Good afternoon. Today is Sunday again. Today will be day 3 of the Gy6 Build Series. Today we are hopefully going to get it to be a rolling chassis. I just finished grinding down the handlebar because I had to get that off again to do the throttle setup. And then I think we have to grind the caliper because that was powdered and it's not able to function correctly. So we'll take that apart, grind that, and then we should be able to put the hub correctly on with the spacers and then put the wheel on, get that on there, and then we should have the front and rear, at least a roller. And after that we're going to start running the lines, maybe the harness today. I might be thinking a little too far ahead of myself because every 1 step forward, 5 steps back. So we will keep our fingers crossed and see if we can make it happen. So I'm going to head over to Felix's now, and I'll see you guys when we get there. We're back at Felix's house. Day 3. It's 3 days. Bike probably should have been running right now, but it's not. I'm done complaining for at least the next minute.
I'm not. I am.
Felix is on the edge. He's not sure yet. It's still early. Day after Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, you know. The bike is still in the same place where it was. Got the rear disc on, everything's kind of bolted on. We left everything loose because we're sure we're gonna have to make adjustments. Got the wires kind of coming through. Drilled the hole here to run it behind the frame here. Front end's on. With this, leaving this loose because when you want to put the rotor on, you're gonna want to do it just like in the front end videos on the RUCK Shop's page. It's easier to do that, and then we'll tape off the barrel so we don't scratch it up. And I took the handlebar home to grind it down, and Felix is just finishing it off because there were certain areas I wasn't able to get, and he's just making sure it sits nice and it turns well on the throttle itself, or on the handlebar. Oh, by the way, good morning, Felix.
Good morning. I'm a little hungover. Happy Cinco.
Stay golden.
Stay golden with my girls.
And then here's a problem that he saw.
So we had the calipers powder coated. Looks great, don't get me wrong. They did the right job of sealing up the holes here, and on this side, but kind of forgot about this section here. It's pretty important. I can slide that in there. Maybe not anymore. You can slide it in there, no problem, right? But now you can't really see it in the video.
It's hard to see, but it's getting caught up in there.
It's getting caught up in here. I'm like really forcing it, but imagine this trying to go back after you hit the brakes. It's just gonna stay stuck and then either seize up or just ruin something.
You're gonna be doing skids. That back tire's gonna be dragging.
Yeah, so you're gonna lose mile per hour. I mean, this thing's already heavy as it is, so we're doing our best. We're just doing our best. So just take this as a learning.
That's right for right now. Gonna set the camera up again, and we'll do some more
Positive feedback.
time lapse. That's the word. I always think fast forward. Yeah, positive feedback. Time lapse. Gonna put it to another time lapse.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat for you. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Kids are laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. Say you're basic, say you're easy. You're always lying in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage line. You were laughing in the nosebleeds. the thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Handlebars are on. Ground this down, got the throttle tube on. This is how we usually like to run the throttle tube, just so you know, if you have like the NCY ones. We turn it a little bit so that it goes up, and then we turn the cable down like this. We'll secure the cable in once we get it all set. So it runs along flat like this.
Yes, I pull down for the win.
It'll drop down. We use the existing brackets here. Go down, run it along the frame and back to the carb. You have the dual master cylinders on. Got the switch unit on. Felix is still feeling the spirit, so he's got the sombrero on. That's currently where we're at right now. We are gonna have a special guest from across the country coming to help us with this build right now. So stay tuned. As promised, we got a special guest coming in from the UK. All right, you might have heard me say his name in the last video. It's RUCK UK. Check his channel out. All right, subscribe below. There he is.
Hello, people.
Yeah, look at the shirt.
Oh yeah, we got that on.
Got the RUCK War shirt. He's got his RUCK UK hat on.
He's joining us on the build today.
He's been phoning.
And I got my mug.
Oh, he's even got the RUCK Shop mug with him too. He's decked out. He's ready to go. You check out his videos. He does a bunch of the his ruckus over in the UK. He does like how-tos to show you how to install the parts, everything like that. Put out some good content, so be sure to check him out as well. We need like a little mannequin we can put him on so he can join us in the build.
Yeah. Put him on the tripod.
He's eyeing over the build with us, seeing how we're doing, checking out the progress, and we've been staying in good contact with him. Trying to get him over here to the US and go on a couple rides with us. All right, we're gonna get back to the time lapse. Let's go.
Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, feel the thunder.
Public service announcement. When you're pulling back loom off the wire harness, make sure your hand is away from your crotch. Because if you can see in that time lapse, I smacked my nuts so hard. Pulling back on the loom, and then the electric tape gave away and went boom. Oh my god. So here, just to give you a heads up where we're at right now. Felix is taking a look at the manifold here. He's cleaning it up, and then we're gonna put on the manifold carb, everything like that. We got the throttle cable running back. I opened up the harness here because I'm going to be tapping the power and ground for the compressor here. for the air system. And then I'm gonna also get ready because he is wiring in the control unit. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little progress report where we're at. So far, since the last time lapse, Felix has put the carb on, the manifold. Now, he has all set up. He used the gasket paper and the RTV so with the red Loctite, so he's letting it sit now before we do anything else. But that's in there, that's in place good. We have the relays here for the air suspension. The bolts we can't find, so I don't know if he shipped them or not for that, so that's why that's open. The harness we opened up, and now we're going through. I know it looks like a nightmare. We're going through it and getting rid of stuff we don't need and getting ready for the, I guess, the wired up front here. And also we put the COSO gauge on here, so that is going to have to get hardwired in as well, which comes down to here, and all these get wired in. So it's going to be a lot of wiring up front here between everything, all different switches, and so that'll be fun. And then Felix is in the back here. He was able to grind the pads that we were having an issue with earlier. He found a file and he went through there and filed it, so now the pads can move freely. So with him doing that and hopefully being able to get this on there, we will be able to put the rear wheel on and we'll have a rolling chassis. So that's one step closer, and after that we can go ahead and get the wiring done, make sure everything's good, and we'll start looking like a scooter. Start looking how we want it to look. The bike's clean. I really like the white with the candy red. The parts that are painted red, like the fork tube and the headlight and a couple other parts where it doesn't match the candy red, doesn't look the greatest, but for the most part the bike I think is going to come out a really clean bike. We're going to have to go through and just fine tune everything, make sure everything's on there tight, Loctite. Right now we're just getting it all fitted on there. Alrighty. What are you doing, Felix?
Still working on the caliper. Still working on this caliper, just
So what's happening now?
scraping off paint. So what you guys see here, which looks ugly, this powder is so thick that it was already prematurely pressing or making the pad push out onto the rotor here. So when I had everything bolted down, before I had it bolted down, it would spin nice and free like this. The moment you put it down and clamped it down and torqued it, it was locked up. So
It's like the pads were already engaged and nothing on it.
yeah. So now I'm going back in here and
Trying to grind all that down.
all this has got to go down. I'm still trying to work on that to make it even flatter. And we'll see. It's just one.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Still trying.
Don't give up, because life's better with horsepower. I don't know if you noticed that. Luminosity plug, get it. But if you look with the bike, we have the carb on, the wire harness we cut down, and I went and took out stuff that I don't need. One moment. Alexa, pause. I love technology. Alright. So then we started running it through the back here, up, out through the hole here that he drilled. This is all going to be loomed up too, so it's going to look nice. So this will all be in one loom. Gonna have the relay right there. The rest of the wiring right now I'm just kind of mocking up, seeing how I'm going to run it. I have a lot of stuff to go through here. Some of these wires are going to get trimmed down so that we can make it fit. Once I start going through this, I'm not going to do it today. I'm done for today. I got to go home. We're going to cut this down. And as you guys know, I love wiring. I do all these custom harnesses and stuff. And Felix been getting into it too. I'm going to do the brake switches. CDI is going to go like this over here. Be nice and clean. Then we just got to wire up the rest from the COSO gauge, which is a speedo wire going up. We're gonna have to try to hide this pretty nice. A lot of extra wiring. The handlebars are finally in place. Good. They're looking good. That's gonna wrap it up for today. Felix might be standing for about another 2 hours. The same piece. But I gotta get home. I gotta eat. Make some dinner and some meals for the week because I do all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get my subscribers up. Alright, until the next video.